Welcome to Start-Upathon, where your dreams of becoming a boss and CEO can come to life with 10% equity in a groundbreaking startup, and all without needing formal qualifications. Imagine a world where your passion and determination are all you need to succeed. At Persist Ventures, we believe that greatness isn't about what you have, but what you can achieve. Your journey to the top starts with a spark of ambition and a relentless drive to make a difference. Guided by Jim O'Neill, founder of the Thiel Fellowship, the same program that empowered visionaries like Vitalik Buterin and Dylan Field, we're here to ignite your potential. These trailblazers didn't wait for opportunities, they created them, and so can you. Success isn't handed to you on a silver platter, it's forged through ownership and perseverance. With Persist Ventures, you're not just joining a project, you're stepping into the role of CEO, with the tools, support and resources to turn your vision into reality. Our network will help you build, grow and fundraise, transforming your ideas into impactful successes. Think about the giants of the tech world. Uber wasn't profitable for a decade, but with unyielding persistence and strategic support, they changed the game. This is the power of resilience. And it's exactly what we offer you at Persist Ventures. We help you navigate the challenges, scale your ideas, and turn dreams into reality. Remember, it's not just about having a great idea, it's about the persistence and belief that drive you to make it happen. Together, let's turn ambition into achievement. Welcome to Start-Upathon, where your path to success begins today.
What's up, Start-Upathon? We have an amazing project here today. We got Tyler Vanderver. He is a serial entrepreneur, CPG, e-commerce, getting into the social media space as well. And he's also a veteran in the commercial real estate space. He has identified a huge problem and opportunity for incredibly big alpha in the commercial real estate space. And he's going to be talking a little bit about it today. He's going to be giving details on the build. He's going to be giving details on expectations for V1. And once submissions are sent, we will be moving incredibly quick on this project. So first submissions will get priority, and we will be doing a 48 to 72-hour turnaround on accepting the submissions. So I'll let him take it from here. Tyler, please, talk a little bit about the project and let them know what the expectations are.
Okay, so the project basically stems from the fact that I worked in commercial real estate for about 4 years. Now, everyone that gets into commercial real estate on the investment side, on the investment acquisition or disposition or even brokerage side, they all focus on it. They really learn the business by starting with data entry. Okay, so what I did for years was data entry. I was given a model, a pre-built template of a model, and what my business was, it was all multifamily, so it was like apartment complexes across the southeast of America, and they were like 150 units plus. And this is all I did. I took the pre-built template for the multifamily investment model. I would talk to the broker would send me the T12 financials, which is just the trailing 12 months. It shows your income, your expenses, and your net operating income. Then you get the rent roll, which is just like Tyler Vanderveer, I moved in October 8th, 2024. My lease goes until this. I'm living in a 1x1. It's 612 square feet, whatever. And I pay this amount in rent. I take the T12, I take the rent roll, and I literally don't have to think. I go right to the model, and I just input the numbers. When I input the numbers and I make some assumptions, well, like, okay, this is how it looked in December of 2024. We're going to buy the property in year one. We're going to increase taxes by 10%. We're going to increase insurance by 5%. These are all assumptions. We're going to increase management. Management will stay the same. Contract services will go up 3%, whatever. And then you don't think. You do nothing. All you do is just input numbers. It's fully data entry. And I know for a 100% fact that AI will be able to take this job. Now, in the investment space, you look at hundreds of deals, and you do the same data entry, and you see the returns. The whole point is to take the financials, take the information of the property, whether it was built in 1984, it's 168 units, it's located at 112, whatever address. And you take it, you put in the information, and you get a return. It's all about returns. These are investment properties. This isn't like your mom and pop buying a house to live in for 30 years. This is for returns. I worked at a private equity company. People invested in my fund. We went and bought properties with their money, and we got returns for them as an investment. The Analysts is all data entry. What I want to create is a platform that gets rid of what I did, because I know for a fact that my job will be taken by AI. And I know that I want to be the one to make it, because I know the need, I know the people, I know that it's going to be a thing, and I know how easy it should be to create this. So basically, in commercial real estate, it's just a numbers game. You have to underwrite 100 deals before you get one that pencils for your specific buy box. So the point of this is to make underwriting take 30 seconds instead of 30 minutes to an hour. And it usually took an hour, at least, because you have to do market comps, you have to look at all this bullshit that AI can do in literally 30 seconds. So the project is this. Very easy. Website, let's call it Tyler's Property. Okay, that's the AI platform. You put in the address. The address should be able to pull from other platforms that you already have, like CoStar, Crexy, Zillow, Neighborhood Scout, which is crime rating in the neighborhoods. CoStar will tell you like the average household incomes of the area, because people don't want to buy a property that's near crime. They want to make sure that the property in that area has enough income that usually it's like 3 times the monthly income to the amount of rent, if you could afford that. So basically the whole thing is this. You open the software, you type in the address, you connect your integrations, whether it's CoStar or whatever, you log into those, it pulls everything in 30 seconds. So actually, Sebastian, I have a lovable that I want to show them. It's pretty.
Yeah, please show us. Yeah, what you have, and then also just make sure in the example of the build that you're linking all these websites that it should be pulling from.
Yes. So I know that I actually looked it up. I'm pretty sure that CoStar already has APIs, so that plugin should be pretty easy. Okay, let me pull this up. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So this is like a fake name, Prop Pulse AI. Underwrite any commercial real estate deal in 30 seconds. AI-powered deal analysis that pulls property data, analyzes financials, and delivers instant investment decisions with institutional-grade accuracy. If we can create this the way that I want it to be created, every investment company in the entire world will use it, because it's all about numbers. They need to get through deals fast. If it doesn't work, that's fine. We just need to know. And this knows in 30 seconds, and it doesn't take an hour. And you have to pay them, the analysts, all day long, a ton of analysts to be going through deals. And they will not have to do that anymore, because this does it so fast. It's so doable. Okay. So from property, this is just like a lovable. And I could send you this too, because this is like really easy.
Just link it in the doc when you send it.
Okay, perfect. So try demo deal. So basically, I want to type in an address. This is all demo, so it doesn't even matter. Whatever. Analyze property. Okay. So it pulls the address. It shows the type of building. So it's an apartment complex. It's multifamily. It was built in 1998. It's 48 units. This is the asking price. And we'll probably have to also put in the asking price, because this is something that's usually just given to you by a broker. But the point is, like, it pulls everything for you. So the asking price, the price per unit, because that's just a equation of the price divided by the units. Market cap rate, which is the net operating income, and then the area income, crime score. So this will pull, I'll show you the integrations, but basically it gives you the property overview instantly, because it will pull it from CoStar when you put in the address, because it will be integrated. Then you get the T12 and the rent roll from the brokers. Everyone that's underwriting deals already has these. So you literally would just drag and drop, takes 2 seconds. Then you continue to analysis, and then it gives you this. It tells you immediately, because you're putting in your buy box. So you're saying whatever your buy box is. Every company is different. Some companies say, hey, it has to be over 1980. It has to be over 7% cash on cash. It has to be in this zone. But the thing is, they probably wouldn't even upload deals, because they wouldn't go out and reach out to the brokers to get the information if it wasn't already kind of passing the initial, which is like year built, and then all that stuff. But the cash on cash, the return metrics will tell you if the deal passes or not. Okay. So you upload the address, it pulls the information from that address from CoStar or whatever it is. Then you upload the T12 and the rent roll. Then you analyze again, and it tells you if the deal makes sense because it's underwriting it for you. It's literally just taking the data and it's doing the data entry for you. And it's using a template that's pre-built for the type of real estate vehicle. There's multifamily, there's office, there's retail, whatever it is. We're going to have templates included. And all it does is it analyzes if it's multifamily, it uses the multifamily template and it plugs in from there. So it has to have some understanding of what the model looks like and what the numbers in the T12 mean. And it has to be able to plug it into the model and have it be able, when you go and you export it as an Excel model, it has to be able to be dynamic, because an analyst is the one that's going to be doing this. They're just going to increase their output by 100x because they get to do a deal in 30 seconds, whereas they'd be able to do maybe 4 a day. Like when I was doing it every day, I could do like 4 a day, and that took a fuck ton of work, ton of brain power, and you could do 4 in 2 minutes now. So this is just unbelievable. So it gives you the detailed analysis of all the financials, the risk analysis, because again, it's pulling it. It knows AI should be able to pull it, like using a Perplexity, which is like a search, live search. It should be able to get updated information about the area that the property's in. It'll give you rent comps immediately from CoStar. It'll give you recommendations on how to deal with the owner. Everything. You can export as a PDF report. It'll give you a full executive summary talking about the deal, the percentages, the returns, the value add, the construction you should undergo to increase rents, everything. It should be able to do that. You should be able to export it as an Excel model that gives you the full entire template with the data that they've inputted, showing it so that you can edit it if you want. And you will also be able to generate an LOI that you could send the brokerage that's representing the seller or to the seller themselves. I mean, I'm telling you guys, I work in this space. It's just unbelievable how big this would be, because every day, all day long, people are still underwriting deals themselves. And I know that AI is going to be able to take it away. It's whether or not it can be built. I think it can. I have confidence in you guys. So let me go back to the dashboard. This shows like the deals that you've done. So it's 47 total deals, average deal size, pass rate, hours saved, right? Which is kind of cool because it shows that they're getting their money worth. It shows the other deals that you've looked at.
For sure.
The integrations, so connected data sources. CoStar is a huge one. CoStar is just every company pays for some sort of platform that they pull their data from. My company paid a couple grand a month. It's called CoStar. It gives you everything about a deal. All you do is type in the address and it gives you everything about the deal, everything about that property. So you'd log into your CoStar, Zillow, Yardi Matrix. There's a bunch of different platforms that you could connect. Neighborhood Scout does crime scores and schools and demographics and walkability about an area. So it just helps when it comes to the executive summary. But if this is possible to create, I'm telling you guys, there's no limit to how big it can be. I know it for a 100% fact. My company paid $25,000 a year for an online software called Real IQ. It wasn't even AI. It just you would upload financials and rent rolls, and it would like put it in these static, weird models. It was terrible, and they paid 25 grand a year, and we're a small company with one analyst.
That's incredible.
So imagine a BlackRock, imagine a Blackstone, like these massive companies. And what's very cool, and I just want to say this, not only does this save companies from having to hire 100 analysts, it makes every common retail person that wants to buy real estate as an investment, maybe they don't want to get in the stock market, whatever it is, this allows them to have unlimited access and levels the playing field between multi-billion-dollar investment firms and random Joe Schmo on the street who wants to buy their first 12-unit property. It allows both people to do this.
Interesting. Now I'm thinking, just to make sure that we're clear on V1, you mentioned that a lot of companies will already have their metrics where they know, like, okay, if I'm receiving this, it already meets these metrics. Do we want to have anything where people can filter or like, okay, I wanted to make sure that it's 7%. I want to make sure it's like it hits these markers.
So,
And what if, and also I'm just brainstorming here, what do you think it would make sense for it to be some type of like public information to see like, okay, like what metrics are BlackRock meeting and
Mhm.
say like, if I want to follow BlackRock's numbers similar to like autopilot where you can follow different politicians trades, would it make sense to do
Yeah.
something where I want to follow this firm's kind of metrics? Does that make sense?
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's possible. The thing is, like, most of these investment companies, they're funds. So like my company, we knew that we wanted to hit like, let's call it like 7% cash on cash.
Yeah.
So the initial, so when I first started, we did a thing called traps. Traps basically were like, it was 5 things that made it so we knew we wanted to underwrite the deal. It was like, it had to be over 1980 build. It had to have decent demographics. The average household income had to be over like 65 grand. It had to be like the rent growth had to be increasing, had to be in a good area, which is really easy. So after it passed like the initial things, like because brokers send deals out all day long. Like if you are in that commercial real estate space, if you're buying properties, you will have an unlimited amount of deals. The thing is like you couldn't underwrite all of them. Now you could with this, but you kind of had to pick and choose. So it would be like, I mean, like we're not going to buy a deal that was built in 1970. So like that immediately comes.
Exactly.
But this is all about return metrics. That's what the deal gets you. That's the pass or fail. It's like, will this have over 7% cash on cash? If yes, it passes. If no, it doesn't. But if it doesn't, also tell me what I could edit in the expenses or the income to maybe renovate certain units to increase rent there based on the comps for that size, that square footage. The properties next to you are getting this amount. Like this should be able to tell you everything because AI, it's pulling instantly. That's the goal because that's what analysts do, right?
Yeah.
In the beginning, they do data entry. After it like passes, they do, okay, well, where can we squeeze a few more percentages out?
Yeah, because I'm just thinking like, what if like, let's say for example, once you go through all the deals, you're saying you're not going to buy a home that's older than 1980. You've gone through everything, and you've been using this for a week, and nothing's gone on the market. You're like, okay, like let me see maybe 1975. You know what I mean? And now
Yeah.
you can get a whole new feed of things. Adding that customability, I think, should be important with this V1 feature. Correct?
Yeah, for sure. I think that so let me show you here. Deal, whatever it is here. So this is like the property data that it's pulling, and then you upload the financials, but I want to show you this. So the passes. This will be like in settings, you'll be able to set this, but it passes because these are preset requirements. I said I want it to be over 7% and it passes.
For sure. What I wanted, okay, so somewhere here we should allow for the settings to change and be customized.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, guys, make sure that that is accounted for with this build. A settings that allows for people to, what is that standard checkpoint that has to be met for it to be considered a pass. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think this is enough functionality and features for V1. I'm excited to see your guys' submissions. Like I said, guys, we have a lot of money behind this one. So once we start getting submissions, we'll be doing 48 to 72 hour turnarounds and putting a lot of attention behind this. Like I said, Tyler's a seasoned veteran in the commercial real estate space, and this can, like you said, this can fly. So very high ticket service that we're solving. So very, very excited for the submissions that we see. Awesome, guys. Thank you, Tyler.
Thank you, Sebastian.